This is Mr. Evilcheese, and this is my review of the Marvel Legends X-Men Rogue action figure. And this is part of the Juggernaut Build-a-figure wave. And this is actually one of the very first times that I pre-ordered an entire series of Marvel figures. I think it might actually be the only time I've done this. And it's really just because I really wanted a Deadpool, because I tried to find that 2-pack Deadpool that came out a few years ago. Couldn't find it. Couldn't even find the alternate color version of them. And I was never able to get the original Deadpool Marvel Legends figure made by Toy Biz, which a lot of you probably know that you're watching this. That thing is really freaking expensive. I'm not paying some ridiculous price to get that one. And then also Rogue. When they released that 5-pack X-Men a while back, that was a long time ago. That was what, Toy Biz? But when they released that and had a Rogue like in this outfit, I missed out on that one too. I just didn't have the money at the time to buy that big 5-pack. And then they also released another Rogue later where she had like a red and blue costume, something weird. I thought I'd repaint it. I couldn't even find that Rogue. So when I see these are coming out, I'm like, I'm not missing out on these. I know how every time these Marvel Legends series come out, the one I want most, I can't find it anywhere. I go there and they have like 10 of Spider-Man or whatever, and I can't find the one I want. But yeah, this time I wasn't screwing around. I pre-ordered these things and got them. So made sure I got that Deadpool. Made sure I got Rogue. Also Cable looks pretty cool. Wolverine. Oh, Kitty Pryde looks really awesome. This is a really awesome looking wave. But now let's focus on Rogue. Now one of the first things I think of when I see Rogue in this outfit is because I love that 90s cartoon. That's what really got me into X-Men. Because back then, I really liked the show, and then I actually started buying the X-Men comics, which she was also wearing this outfit in the comics at the time. And Rogue became one of my favorite X-Men. I just really liked her. I really liked her powers, which included at the time flying and super strength, which I think she's lost them now. But I haven't really been reading the comics much lately, so I don't know. But of course, she's always had her mutant power, the original one where she can absorb powers from other people. And that's how she got her flight and super strength, is from absorbing them from, I think, Marvel Girl. But I just thought she was really cool. I liked the white in her hair. I liked the way the outfit looked. I don't know, I just liked her. I liked the southern accent. Which reminds me, the other thing I think of when I see this hair in this outfit is Sugar. Because he's always calling people Sugar in that costume. On that show, it was just like everybody she called Sugar. I was really worried though, because sometimes Marvel Legends figures, the eyes are a little off, and I was thinking, man, I really hope I don't get this and her eyes are crooked. But it looks like I got a good one. But we'll open that up and check it out. And there's a picture on the side of her. It's kind of an odd picture of her. Doesn't really look like her face to me, but whatever. And there's a picture of her in the back, which it looks like they photoshopped this picture or something. There's a description up there. With just one touch, Rogue can absorb anyone's superpowers, making her capabilities in any matchup nearly limitless. And there you can see everybody else you can get. It's got Wolverine, Shadowcat, Iceman, Havoc, Rogue, Phoenix, Cable, Deadpool. Kind of wish it was Dark Phoenix, but whatever. And there's the Juggernaut you can build. And I'll be comparing him to the Marvel Select Juggernaut when I get to that review, because I really like the Marvel Select Juggernaut. So I'm going to see how this one matches up to it when I get to that video. And the only other thing is all the figures have an X on the top, except for Deadpool, who has his little Deadpool symbol at the top. Okay, now let's open this thing. Finally. And there she is, all opened up. And I love this figure. Now, I was prepared before opening to say that this is a perfect Rogue figure. But it is not perfect. I do have a couple problems with it. But still, it's damn near close to being perfect for me. I mean, I've been waiting for a Rogue figure forever, and this one is definitely way more awesome than I would have expected a new one to be. This one just is very well done. I really like the extra little pieces they stuck on, like the belt. I like that that's a separate piece that you can just move around. And I liked it, the sculpt of the jacket up on the sleeves and the main part of the jacket look really good. Now I absolutely love this face, hair, and the bandana. I think it just looks awesome. I like the sculpt, makes her look very beautiful, and that's how I always seen her in the show. She's supposed to look like she's some beautiful southern girl or something like that, and I think I captured that perfectly here. Did a really nice job of painting on her lips and her eyes. Now it does look like her eyebrow, if you look closely, it's kind of off to the side a little bit. Just slightly. It's barely noticeable, but there, if you look at it there, you can see her eyebrow kind of ends pointing down into her eye. That's kind of a mess up. But I just now noticed that. I really like the rosy cheeks they gave her. They look really nice. I like the way they did the hair, because I actually prefer the hair like this, because in the cartoon and in the early 90s comics, she had that gigantic hair, and I didn't like it being so big. I like this a little better here. A little toned down a little bit. Now it's kind of weird here. They I don't know why they did this. The bandana goes into her head. You can see if you look closely, that hole's a little bit noticeable. I don't like that. See, that's one of the reasons I'm saying this isn't perfect, but it's still pretty damn awesome. So yeah, I'm really happy with the head. I like the green eyes. Really nice head sculpt. And another gripe you may have seen already as I've been spinning this around is right here. You can see some of the yellow from the body underneath the jacket right there. I mean, they tried to paint it brown. On this side, they did a better job of painting it brown. But over here, you can kind of see that yellow. I mean, I could touch it up myself. I wish I didn't have to. I painted the X symbol on there and it looks pretty good. I really like the wrinkles on this jacket. Nice job doing that. I like that little pattern I got going up the collar there. And then the main part of the suit. Now I usually picture the yellow part to be a little more yellow. This almost is like a slight bit of orange to it. I don't know if you can tell on camera, but it's almost like it's definitely more yellow than orange, but there's still like this hint of orange to it. And it doesn't really bother me. I think it looks pretty cool that way. And I do like the green paint they use, that metallic sort of green, because that's the way your suit always kind of looked in the comics, and it just kind of looks sort of metallic-y. Extra glossy. And they captured that nicely. I do like they picked this body, because they always made Rogue look very voluptuous. I think that's because she's Southerner and they went with that sort of Southern woman stereotype, I guess. And they used this body that they also used on the Jessica Drew Spider-Woman, and Black Cat had parts of this body. And I'm glad they used it. It's a really good body to use for Rogue. This just kind of reminds me of the really old Toy Biz figures. Because that's the only other ones I have of Rogue are them, them little shitty Toys R Us or Toy Biz figures that I thought were so awesome back then. But another weird thing is, I might as well just I'm going to go over the other couple of gripes I have because they're not that big of a deal. Instead of just sculpting this onto her arm, this little cuff thing here, it just is a separate piece. First I thought I was messed up. I'm like, what is going on there? I'm like, oh, it moves around. Now I guess that's to give her a little more articulation in her hand, which that's nice. But it seems like they could have maybe glued that in place or something. I don't know. And the other thing is very similar. It's down here at the knees. She's got the double jointed knee articulation, which works nicely. But then like her boot, the top part of her boot is like a separate piece that moves around. Well, there's actually two pieces. And it's just kind of weird. I don't know if you're supposed to maybe do that. Well, I guess that's what you're supposed to do. Move it when you bend your knee, move that up. So I actually kind of like that. First I didn't think I liked it. So yeah, I like that you can do that. It's kind of weird that it moves around, but once you get in position, I think that's a good thing. That's pretty cool. As you know, most of these figures, if you get them, they got these numbers on here. I think because her outfit is yellow right here, it really stands out. Like, I kind of wish that wasn't there. Up here, I like the little X they put on. The little black lines coming in. That looks pretty good. This is a really stiff jacket, too. You can't really pull back too much to see in there. See the rest of the design. But that's okay. Another cool thing they did is they included this hand. Now, this might make more sense for this cuff being separate, as you can take that off when you stick this hand on. And that's her hand she had used to touch people and absorb their powers. So that makes sense. Makes more sense now that these cuffs are a separate piece. But that's really cool that they added that in there. She's got kind of a big hand, doesn't it look like? I don't know. Yeah, it looks alright. This looks like maybe it's a little bit big of a hand. But I'm going to keep the glove hand on anyway, so it don't matter. So I like she's got the fist hands. That just makes me think of when she had the super strength and can fly. You know, she'd be punching people or doing her Superman flying pose that she did so often back then. So yeah, I love that. There's like, I always got the like Marvel cards, and usually the cards would have her in some kind of pose like this. And I love those pictures of her flying, coming at you like that. She's gonna punch you in the face. Although she usually had a big old grin on her face. So it's like, hi, I'm gonna punch you in the face. But I love this sculpt. I mean, it's a very attractive female body sculpt, as you can see. I really like it. Now, it might sound kind of perverted in this part of the video, but I don't care. It's really hot female body sculpt. And I think it fits Rogue very well. Now, look at articulation. Oh, I didn't even notice that. She's got that little green painted up on top of there. Top of her neck piece. But as for articulation, you can spin her head more than I thought she'd be able to, because I thought her hair and her jacket would really hinder her head movement, but you can still move it around pretty decently. And then at the torso, you can spin there. And then you go back and forward about that much. Not too bad. Then at the shoulders, not really hindered too much at all. I thought I would be hindered there too, but it's not. And there's a single bending joint here at the elbow, but it can also spin. Then at the wrist it can spin, but also there's a hinge joint. Then down at the hips, you can do a split about that far. Then you can spin here at the thigh, which makes that line kind of off center, but yeah, what can you do? You can kick way out pretty far. And yeah, I can't go back very far, but that's okay. Then, like I showed earlier, she's got the double jointed knees, and you kind of got to move these around to get them into the right spot. Then she has the really awesome ankle articulation that most of these legend figures have. Then there's a little tilt. So she's a really well articulated Rogue figure. Very happy with the articulation. And she also comes with the left leg of the Juggernaut, bitch. Remember that freaking video? That was one of the first YouTube videos I ever seen. But yeah, it's a nice leg. This is the only figure out of the series I've opened so far, so that's the only Juggernaut piece I have to show you. So there's Rogue next to the Jessica Drew Spider-Woman. As you can see, like I was saying, they kind of share the same body parts, just painted differently. A few pieces switched out here and there. But for the most part, it's the same body. And also Black Cat has a couple of the same pieces, like the same torso and legs, I think. Or at least the top part of the legs. So that's cool. And here's Rogue next to one of her fellow X-Men, Storm. And this isn't the Storm that appeared in the cartoon, but I like this version of Storm a lot better. I really love that mohawk. And here's another fellow X-Men, Psylocke. And I used to think this Psylocke was pretty decent. But now with the newer Marvel Legends figures, I think they need to do another update of Psylocke. This one's just kind of awkward looking. It's not horrible, but it's weird. And there's Rogue next to Wolverine and the outfit that he wore in that 90s cartoon. Now this Wolverine's got a few problems. Especially his blades are really bent up. But whatever. And there's Wolverine in this series, which I think might be better than this one. So here she is next to the original Toy Biz Rogue figure. And this one just looks freaking insane. That is a scary face she has there. But back then I thought, oh, that's pretty cool. They made Toy Rogue, one of my favorites. But it's not done very well at all. Yeah, you can see the new one is a vast improvement over this one. And I also bought the 12-inch version of that one, which the face wasn't as scary, but it's still kind of scary. This jacket is scary. I don't know where her belts are. The belts are missing on both of them. Back then, I really thought this was cool. I'm like, look at that. Still, I really like your butt on this one too, yeah. I know it's perverted. Back when I was 13 and bought this toy, I'm like, that is a nice little butt. I'm sorry. But now that I'm much older, I'm thinking that is a really nice butt. So yeah, I'm still a little perverted. And the other Rogue figure I had is this one from the movie, which looks very crappy. And I mean, I kind of like Anna Paquin's character in the movie, but I didn't like her as Rogue because she just seems so timid. She's like very, very timid. Wasn't much use to anybody through the whole movie, for hardly any of the movies. And I just wanted to absorb somebody's powers and be tough like she was in the cartoon. That's what I really wanted to happen, but it never did. So, yeah. Blech. So, I am absolutely in love with this Rogue figure. It is one of my favorite Marvel Legends figures ever. Especially since Rogue was one of my favorite X-Men ever. I always thought she was awesome. And especially this outfit, this version of her. I really like that outfit. And they did an awesome job of recreating that in figure form. Did an awesome paint job, other than her eyebrows a little bit off. But other than that, her face is painted really well. And I really like the way they painted the outfit. The jacket's done really nice. I like the body they picked, the base body. And I just love it. This is a really well done Rogue figure. I'm very, very happy with it. So, if you could find it, I'd say pick it up. I'll be reviewing a few more of these Marvel Legends figures. Well, I'll probably be reviewing all of them. And then the Build-a-figure Juggernaut at the end. So check back for that. And this is Mr. Evilcheese. Thanks for watching and goodbye.
How do you expect to defeat me, Rogue? I heard that your powers of flight and super strength and also invulnerability are gone. You are no match for Doom.
Well, Sugar, all I need to do is take off my glove and touch the nearest superhero, like so. And then I'll be blind. I can't see it. I can't see it. I can't. What's what kind of superpower is being blind? I can't see anything.
I think I'll go back to fighting the Fantastic Four. Goodbye.
Oh, damn it, man. You see them other pictures there? Why don't you click on one of them to see the video? Or you could subscribe, Nate. Oh.